Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Sandy Cruz and I create videos and digital products, all things I. That means anything that you could do on your iPad that you used to do on paper. And if that sounds fascinating to you, be sure and subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified the next time I have something to share with you that you could do really cool on your iPad. All right, in this video, I am going to show you how to color on your iPad. Okay, let me transition. All right, here we go. Let me open up my Procreate. I use Procreate to color on my iPad. Why do I do that? Because it allows me to put a effect on the image so that I'm coloring inside the lines. And I'm going to show you this trick. So I'm going to show you how to color on your iPad in 5 easy steps, and then I'm going to show you some kind of quick tips, some things that I enjoy doing when I'm setting up my image to color with. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about coloring on your iPad is that you need to make sure that it is a JPEG or a PNG. It has to be an image. It can't be a PDF. And the problem with that is most of the coloring books that we purchase on Amazon or from Etsy stores are printable PDFs. And so we need to be able to bring those into Procreate if they're not already JPEGs. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is step number 1, is importing the page. So to do that, I'm going to go to my Dropbox. And I actually have a PDF open right now here in my Dropbox. And I apologize, I don't know where I got this PDF. I don't know if it was a free image or a free PDF. If it was something that I downloaded from Canva, or if I purchased it. And so I apologize. If anybody knows, you can just go ahead and tell me in the comments below, and I'll make sure that I give credit to whose ever PDF this is. Okay, so I've got this PDF open, and here you can see I'm scrolling through all the pages of the PDF. I can't bring it into Procreate like this. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring it into Goodnotes first, because Goodnotes allows you to export one page and you can export as an image. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the 3 dots here at the top. And forgive me, my iPad's here, but I'm using my mouse on my computer screen to show you what the steps that I'm taking here. All right, so the 3 dots, I'm going to tap export. Then I want to tap open in, and then I'm going to tap open in Goodnotes. By now, I'm sure you guys have the hang of this, because I do it in so many of my videos. All right, so I just told Goodnotes that I want to import it as a single document. I don't want to bring it into the existing document that I'm in. So I'm going to import. And so here's the PDF. It's imported into Goodnotes. So now I'm going to decide which page would I like to color. I think I want to color this page. So while I'm on this page, I'm going to tap on the share button. And I want to export just this page. All right, and I've already got image selected. A lot of times you may have PDF or Goodnotes selected. So be sure that you've got the image selected, and then you're going to hit export. And you can actually export to Procreate. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier than that. All right, so it's not in Procreate yet till I go to Procreate. So I'm going to tap on my Procreate, and there it just told me that it's importing. So let's go to my gallery, and it's going to be the very first image in my gallery. So there you can see it's just the one image. I'll tap on the layers. And what I've got now is a background layer and the original layer. So what I want to do is start coloring this. And let's see, I've got the studio pen loaded. That'll work. And let me get a color. Let's use this peach. So here I'm coloring, and uh-oh, I've gone outside the lines. I could try to zoom in and make my tip much smaller and try to be very careful, but I'm going to still have those inconsistencies and those getting outside the lines. And I don't want to work that hard. So let me just show you what I'm going to do to make sure that I don't go outside the lines. All right, so I'm going to hit my layers. And what I want to do is tap the N on the layer. And then I'm going to scroll all the way up. Well, I'm actually scrolling down, but it's at the top of the list. I want to leave it on multiply. So now I want to add a layer. And then I want to move that layer by tapping, holding, and dragging. Well, it below. So it's behind or below, underneath a stack of that image. Okay, so now let's try that again. Let's do some coloring. And I am on that second layer that I added. And something else I like to do just as a precaution is I'll slide over my original image and I'm going to tap the lock button. And now I know that I'm not going to disturb that original layer. And I have done that before. I'll get halfway through with my project and realize I've colored half of it on the wrong layer. All right, so I'm on the right layer and I'm going to go ahead and try that again. And as you can see, it fills perfectly as I'm coloring. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Those are those 4 easy steps coloring on your iPad. Okay, so now I said that I would share some tips with you. One of the tips that I would like to share with you is I'm going to make a palette on the side. I do that often for a lot of the things that I'm going to be coloring, even though I can tap up here and I can save palettes, and then I could choose palettes. Whoops. And I've already got several saved in here already. Even though I can do that, I find it much easier to have my palette running down the side here on my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to layers again. I'm going to add a new layer, and this is going to be a layer that I'm going to get a screenshot of something to extract color from. So to do that in this layer, I'm going to go to the wrench up here, and I want to insert a photo. And let's scroll down to, this is the background that's on my iPad, and I really like these colors. So I'm going to extract all these colors, and I think these colors would be really pretty on here, on this image, once I get it done coloring it. All right, so what I want to do now is hit the layer button again, and then I'm going to add another layer, and this is the layer that I'm going to add the palette to. The reason that I'm not going to add the palette to this layer is because I'm going to put that layer in the trash. I won't need that photo again once I extract the colors from it. So I'm going to make sure that I'm on the layer that I want to make my palette on. All right, so now what I'm going to do is with my finger, I'm going to tap and hold on a color. I'm going to make my tip right here to make your tip or your crayon or your pen or ink marker, whatever you're using. If you slide this up, it'll make it bigger. And I want to make a nice big blob. All right, so now I'm going to get my other color. So I'm going to press and hold on the color, extract that color, and make another blob. And now I want this blue, so I'll just press and hold till I get the blue. And now I want this tangerine or coral color. And see how pretty that palette's looking? I love these colors. And now I want to grab that green. And I think that's all the colors that are on this page. Let's see. Is this, that's a lighter yellow. Let me go ahead and get that too. All right. So now I've got everything on the page. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go back up here to my layers, and I'm going to go to this layer. I'm going to slide it over and delete. So now I don't have that anymore, and I don't need it anymore. All right, so now you can see if I were to take away or hide where I've already colored and my original image. Now all I'm left with is the palette. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tap now on my coloring layer. I want to lock my palette layer because I'll start coloring on it. All right, so the layers that are locked is my palette and my original image. So now the only layer that I have left other than the background is now where I'm going to color. I'm going to turn back on my image, and let me go ahead and erase what I colored already because I want to use these colors. Okay, so now as I'm coloring, I'm going to press and hold. Let me do blue icing. And that tip is still big. Let me make it smaller. And one of the things that I really love about coloring in Procreate is that I can zoom in real far. I can tilt and tip. So I don't ever have to move my iPad. I can just move, rotate, rotate, and depending on what section I'm trying to color in. And you can color pretty quickly, and as you can see, I'm not going outside the lines. And there you go. And when I need another color, I'll just press and hold and get that color real fast. And then I can start coloring with that color. And I'm sorry I'm not looking up at you. I'm looking at my iPad. So you're just seeing probably the top of my head. So there I am coloring with that color. All right, so let's see. I think that's, one other tip I was going to show you is Procreate comes with some really awesome brushes already built in. Now you can purchase brushes from different places, different websites, or Etsy. And I mean, you could have all kinds of really cute brushes to color with, crayon brushes and let's see, colored pencils and things like that. But let me just show you some of the built-in pencils that I like to use. And they're built in already. And they're some of my favorite coloring tools inside Procreate. All right, so what I did is I've gone to brushes, of course, and then the sketching brushes. And as you can see in here, I've tested all of these and they do a great job coloring, and they kind of look like crayons or dry pencils. All right, so let me just show you what, let's see, which one did I have choose? The soft pastel. Let me color with it. You know, and sometimes you may have to adjust the tip depending on how big the area is that you're coloring. But you see how pretty that looks? It looks like I'm coloring with a crayon. Let me get another pencil. Another one that I like to use a lot is the HB pencil. Whoops. My fingers smudge on the screen. And so this handy dandy button right here will be your redo. All right, let's see, where do I want to color now? Let's color this heart. Okay, now I'm using the HB brush. And of course, this is a lot more fun and a lot easier when your iPad is in your lap and not standing up on your desk. All right. So there you have it. I think that's all I was going to show you as far as, oh, I smudged again. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And like I said, subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified the next time I have something really cool to show you. This was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, have an outstanding day. Bye.